Now, people in villages in remote areas of Nigeria are starting to harness solar energy for water and electricity. And as Arabella Munro reports, it's helping people rebuild after years of attacks by Boko Haram militants.
Nearly 2 years on, this village still bears the scars. Boko Haram attacked Gahara Majiri in Nigeria's northeastern Adamawa state in early 2015, leaving residents without electricity and running water. An initiative by the government and the UN has introduced solar panels to the village. And now, people living here have access to clean water using solar-powered pumps.
Before the solar, we used to fetch water in the stream. But the solar comes, we stop going to the stream because the solar gives us water so much.
The panels have been set up in 8 villages in the region, helping more than 13,000 people. They can charge their mobile phones and light up homes. And it's even giving them access to healthcare again. Solar energy is being put to good use in Gahara Hospital, where it's also used to refrigerate much-needed vaccines, which one health facility manager says will help deal with hepatitis.
So many cases of hepatitis in this community now. And the problem is because they don't have the vaccine earlier. So that's the cause of the problem they're having now. But now, since we have the vaccine, I believe the case is going to be less.
The fight with Boko Haram is estimated to have cost northeastern Nigeria around $9 billion since 2011. That's according to a World Bank and UN-backed report last year. The short-term cost to stabilize the region is expected to be around $6 billion. But at least for now, life in villages like Gahara Majiri is getting a little better. Arabella Munro, TRT World.
Now, TRT World correspondent Fidelis Mbah joins me for more on this. Now, Fidelis, thanks for joining us. Fidelis, you actually spent time in northern Nigeria. Give us an idea of what life is like for people like we mentioned in that package there.
Yeah, the thing is, now you're talking about trying to restore power supply and some basic things. But the major problem I noticed, because I traveled across Borno State and Adamawa, which are like the most hit states, and people don't even have basic, things like where to even lay their heads, because most of their houses were, apart from attacking the villages, they burnt down their houses. People have been in IDP camps, trying to, waiting for when, it's safe for them to be able to go back home. So all the things mentioned in that package, people are going through serious, serious stress, trying to even survive. No food. There's serious starvation in the north because people can't even get any food to eat, which is even forced. There are reports that some women have even been forced into prostitution because they want to make money to be able to feed their family. It's that bad. And the thing again is, some of these areas that have been sacked, even though government is saying is safe and all that, aid agencies still can't access these areas. So it's so much difficult beyond the terror attacks. People, even psychologically again, it's been a very big challenge for people in this region.
It's great insights, Fidelis, and it's wonderful to have this on-the-ground view. But looking at it on a macro level, the Nigerian economy has been contracting through 2016. The World Bank expects it to grow by about 1% in 2017. How is that, if anything, going to translate on the ground to where you've been before?
Well, the thing is, as much as the government wants to pay attention to these areas, you also, the government is still struggling to get out of recession. Since the country slipped into recession in 2016, they don't even have money to be able, they don't even have the funding to be able to implement the budget. The budget of 2016, most of the funds they needed were not even available. So as much as government wants to implement its projects and trying to rebuild, but then they don't have the resources.
Fidelis Mbah, thank you ever so much for joining us.